First look at Android 12 from the Google Pixel 5 running on the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro. Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to have our first look at Android 12, the port from Google Pixel 5 running on the Poco X3 Pro. Now do note this is Android 12 stable and security patch of course is from October 2021. The kernel they are using is Oxygen kernel and this is how the build comes out of the box. Let us have a look at the power menu. That is your power menu. Volume panel, this is how the volume panel is going to look like. Now in terms of your quick settings panel, here it is. This is how the quick settings panel is going to look like, and in case you want to add more tiles you do have the option of doing that as well. And the animations of Android 12, super dope, super dope. And of course, since this is a port from the Pixel 5, you do have Pixel Launcher, Select, working without any issues. Now of course with Android 12 you can share the link and you can also share the image from your recents as well, and as you can see both of those features do work without any issues. Next up, while we are on the home screen, you will notice that the weather is working without any issues. So if you go into home settings and at a glance, all the features are now enabled out of the box. Then we can address the elephant in the room, which is your material use. So this is your wallpapers and style. You do have a toggle for dark theme, themed icons, app grid can also be customized. And then you can of course change the accent color of your current theme in case you want to. But if you're going to change wallpaper, you do have some live wallpapers available, and the Pixel 6 live wallpaper APK is linked in the description of the video, and this one works absolutely fine. You do have the option of choosing between 6 different bloom colors or bloom flowers, and the blur effect also works without any issues. Apply this to your home screen and lock screen. Wallpaper set successfully, working on the home screen. Double tap to wake works. Wallpaper working on the lock screen as well. And of course this wallpaper is going to move around when you move your device, and as you can see Material U is also working. Next up, we can talk about the widgets. So make sure you have updated all your applications from the Play Store. And of course, after the first Android 12 Easter egg, you do get the Paint Chips widget as well. And with this, it is going to show you all the colors which are being used in this current theme. Tap on any of those and you can share them using the quick share menu available in Android. Then going back to the clock widgets, you do have all the 5 clock widgets available, which do include the stopwatch. And for your analog watch, when you bring this over to your home screen, you do have the option of choosing between multiple clock faces. And for your transparent clocks, you can choose a transparent clock in case you want to, or you can also go ahead and choose the one which is not transparent. So if I go into the digital one, here it is. I now have the option of choosing a solid background or a transparent background. Next up, if I open my application drawer, herein I try to search. Of course, Gboard has adapted to Material U and system-wide search is also working. Now, another important thing you need to remember is that you can customize what all things you want to show up in your system-wide search by tapping on the three-dot menu on the top right and then going into Preferences. Next up, let us head over to settings. So this is how your settings menu is going to look like. Let us try to take a screenshot, and here it is. I do have the option of capture more, and once I select that, I do have the magnification lens working without any issues to choose what all content I want to capture. I can move this horizontally and I can move this vertically as well. Once I'm done, save on the top left and bam, screenshot saved without any issues. Next up, you can of course search within your settings as well. Here in search for game, you will get the option of game dashboard. Enable your game dashboard and now open any game. Once you are inside this game, go back to your recents, switch to any other application. We just switched back to settings. Go back to the game and you should have an arrow. Here it is, arrow on the right, controller, tap on this, bam, here it is. This is your Android 12 gaming dashboard. You can enable the options for your screenshot, screen recorder and FPS meter. This pill of course can be moved around. It will snap to the edge as well, and YouTube Live works without any issue. Optimization is dependent on the game. Next up, we can head over to the apps option in settings. Let us go into see all apps and choose any application which requires access to location. So here it is, Chrome. Go into location. You do have three different options, and you also have a toggle to enable or disable your precise location. Other than that, you also have the option of removing the permissions if the app is not used for some time. And once an app is removed, you have another menu in your apps which says unused apps. So any applications which are being removed and the permissions have removed will show up in the unused applications section. Then you have notifications. So of course you have per app notification control. Notification history is there along with priority conversations and bubbles. Now do note, WhatsApp does not support bubbles right now. Then you can configure what all notifications you want to see on the lock screen. Go into do not disturb. You can configure your DND on a people, app and alarm basis. Go into schedules, and this is the other trick of enabling your gaming dashboard. Then the next thing is you can hide your silent notifications in the status bar, and you have a toggle for your dot on app icon and the enhanced notifications as well. Go into battery. You of course have a toggle for battery percentage, and adaptive battery is also there. Battery usage graph are also available. With respect to battery saver, you have the normal battery saver, and you also have the extreme battery saver baked in. And of course all the toggles, all the colors have adapted to material U. Next up you have storage. So here it is. This is how the storage UI is going to look like, and of course you can free up space by going into the files application. Sound and vibration, you do have sliders for all the different options which you see. Live caption is there, works without any issues. And of course with Android 12 you get the option of captioning your calls as well. Now playing, do not enable this until and unless you want media lag on your device. And you also have a shortcut to prevent the ringing, wherein you can press power and volume up together to switch between vibrate and mute. And you have toggles for all the other options which you see on your screen right now. Jumping over to display, so herein you of course have your adaptive brightness working without any issues. Go into lock screen. You of course can configure what text you want to see on the lock screen. Now playing, as I mentioned earlier, do not enable this. Always on display is there, and it works without any issues. Now double tap to wake, as we know, works. Lift to check of course is broken. Then you have screen timeout as well, and herein you also have a toggle for screen attention working without any issues. You can of course schedule your dark theme or enable it right away. If you're using a schedule which says sunset to sunrise, it is going to access your location. Then you can change the font size, the display size, and for the night light also you can schedule it based on sunset to sunrise with location access. And you can also control the intensity of the night light using the slider. Then you can switch between natural, boosted or adaptive colors. Auto rotate screen is there with face detection as well. And yes, you have 120 refresh rate working without any issues, and you have a toggle for increased touch sensitivity as well. Wallpapers and style, we have covered all the options in this. Moving over to security, you do have fingerprint unlock. Again, it is touch to unlock, not press to unlock, and no face unlock is present, but the fingerprint is super fast. Then we can jump over to privacy. So herein you do have a privacy dashboard which is going to show you if an application has accessed the camera, the mic or your location, and the other options which you see over here. Then you also have toggles for camera access, microphone access and your clipboard access. So these are new toggles which have been added with Android 12. So let me open the camera application, and herein let me try to record a video. So now that the video is recording, if I access my notifications, you will notice I have a notification that camera is being used by open camera, and the same applies for microphone as well. Now you do have tiles, so let me disable this mic access. Mic access is now blocked, so the notification changed to camera only, and if I tap on it, it is being used by open camera. Similarly, you can block the camera access as well, in which case no application will be able to access your camera. Next up in settings, we have the option of system. So herein, go into gestures, quick tap is broken, swipe fingerprint for notifications is also broken. Quickly open the camera by pressing the power button twice works. System navigation, you have two different options, gestures or three button. You can use whatever you want to. Go into gesture, you can swipe to invoke the assistant like so, working without any issues. And you can also configure the sensitivity of the left edge and the right edge. One-handed mode is there. Once you enable it, swipe down, bam, working without any issues. You can also create a shortcut for one-handed mode, which does include an accessibility button or holding the volume keys. Save it, here it is. Once I tap on this guy, I can now enable or disable my one-handed mode without any issues. As for double tap to wake works, lift to check is broken. Press and hold power button for assistant. You can use that as well in case you want to. Now, before you ask me, hey Manchi, once I start using this, how do I turn off my device? Tap on the power option in your quick settings and you should be able to turn your device off without any issues. Next up, you can of course prevent ringing as well in case you want to. Next thing we can check for is safety net. So safety net is not going to pass out of the box. You will have to root your device and enable Magisk Hide for safety net to pass and for you to have a certified Play Store. With respect to YouTube media playback, everything works absolutely fine. Live caption works, picture in picture works. Of course, for picture in picture, either you need to have YouTube Premium or you need to be in a specific country in case you do not want to pay for YouTube Premium. With respect to Google Photos, you get storage saver unlimited or original quality, which is going to count against your device storage. Then let us go ahead and try to edit a picture of my favorite football star and see if the feature of portrait light is there or not. So we might have to edit it multiple times till we get the loading bar. And let me go into tools. So there it is. We finally got the loading bar. Sometimes it does take multiple attempts. Go into tools, portrait light, bam, here it is. Portrait light available and working without any issues. Two important things to note over here. Material U is working in the application. Now make sure you have updated your applications from the Play Store. And of course, portrait light only work on human objects. It is not going to work on my chicken friend over here. Then with respect to the assistant lady, surprise, surprise, she is there. She works with the screen turned on and with the screen turned off as well. And the surprise part is you do have continued conversations working like a boss on this specific build. Next up, let us have a look at the app opening animations. Top left of the screen 120, which means refresh rate is set as 120. App opening animations are pretty smooth. Recents, here it is, everything is pretty smooth. Let me try to switch between a few applications as well, and there it is. You can see no issues, no jitters, no lags, everything is absolutely fine. Let us try out the Google feed next, and here it is on your screen right now. Google feed is crazy fast as well. Switching between Google feed to home screen transition is pretty dope and pretty smooth. No jitters, no lags, and this of course everything is at 120, so 60 is going to be smooth as well. Now, what is the final take on this Android 12 build for the Poco X3 Pro? In my humble opinion, awesome build, great build. Everything seems to be working without any issues, and those of you who do want to try out Android 12 on your Poco X3 Pros, I see no reason as to why you would not want to try out this specific Pixel 5 port. And there it is, peeps. That was our first look at Android 12 running on the Poco X3 Pro without any issues, and that will do it for this video. Hope my video helped you. Likes, shares and subscribes are appreciated. Feedback and comment more than welcome. See you when I see you.